Welcome back to Bracket Fantasy Sports Cards. Today we are going to recap Week 5 of the Fantasy Rip League and the NFL season for 2020. So the first matchup we had in Week 5, yours truly, Bracket Fantasy Sports Cards against Spurs Cards 21. We took that one 197.7 to 121.62, mainly with the help of our top 3 multipliers we had from our Brothers in Cards Gold Box. We got the Lamar Jackson variation times 2, Josh Jacobs numbered card times 3, and the Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which was pretty awesome, Pen Pals autograph times 6. So we had another multiplier with Deebo Samuel times 4. He didn't do much, but we got 12.8 points out of that for a total of 197.7. Pretty good week for us. Only mistake we made was playing 49ers defense, which got us negative 2 points. Spurs Cards 21 with his 2020 Chronicles draft picks mixer got the Justin Herbert times 2, which was an awesome play for 54.72 points. And he had a T. Higgins times 2 multiplier for 18. Ended up with 1-0 because he didn't pull a tight end who was actually playing, but ended up with 121.62, falling to 1-4, and bracket moving to 4-2. Second matchup was JPN Sports Cards versus House of Cards. JPN, with his 2019 Absolute Blaster, moved to 4-1, defeating House of Cards 147.80 to 102.38 with the help of his Lamar Jackson multiplier and his T.Y. Hilton multiplier. And House of Cards pulling the Trine Mosaic, which is not necessarily the best product because all of his potential multipliers were retired players and vets. So 102.38 was his total score, falling to JPN. House of Cards now at 3-2. Next matchup was Hendo's Hobbies versus the Card Dojo. Hendo's Hobbies with his 2019 Donruss Blaster, defeating Card Dojo's Prestige Mega Box, 172.18 to 113.86. Not a lot of multipliers. They each had 1. So Hendo with the Miles Sanders times 4 for 91 points was the highlight of that matchup. And finally, DeBuff Man with his 2020 Donruss Mega Box, top score of the week, 5 multipliers, ended up with 225.3, defeating Derb's Sports Talk and Cards with his 2018 Absolute Mega Box, 133.84 total points for that. Both had a lot of multipliers, but DeBuff Man made out pretty good with his Patrick Mahomes times 2 multiplier and his CeeDee Lamb times 4. So very nice week there. DeBuff Man moving to 3-2, and Derb's Sports Talk and Cards falling to 1-3. Folk Rips was on bye, and we are actually taking a bye this week, but a lot of us are very busy, and in case somebody can't go, we have assembled a lineup to step in, sort of a flex lineup, I guess. If anybody can't go, then we will step in and take that place. So we'll go over that really quick. At quarterback, we are going to play Kyler Murray times 1. And this is from our rip of 2 Prestige hanger boxes. We also pulled a Leonard Fournette bookend, 1 of 199, powerhouse insert. So Leonard Fournette's been kind of all over the place, playing or not playing, but I think he's going to get involved this week, I hope.
Yeah, they had a short week last week. Maybe that's why they kept him out. 10 days. Should be good to go on Sunday.
Should be rested up. That backfield is a little hard to monitor, and Ronald Jones hasn't necessarily lost his spot, but Leonard Fournette's good in the receiving game, so maybe he can get involved there. Our running back 2 is going to be Aaron Jones for the Packers,
who's having an amazing season again.
He has been very reliable. Wide receiver 1, we're going with Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah. Can never go wrong with pretty much anybody from Kansas City offense. And then a couple stretches here. We got Kenny Golladay as the WR2. Been unreliable at best, but still a super talented player, and I think he can pull out something this week. Who are the Lions playing?
They're playing Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, that's right. So, yeah, I think he can do something, hopefully. And also TJ Hawkinson is our tight end. We only pulled 2 tight ends, and the other is on bye this week. So it is our only option at tight end, TJ Hawkinson. We pulled a kicker, and this year it has only been really 2 kickers involved in most of these sets. So Harrison Butker is going to be our kicker. And we are playing the Bears defense times 2, their Khalil Mack green parallel. So there is our lineup for week 6, if we should have to go and step in. Now we are going to switch to our bold predictions segment. Last week, we had 2 bold predictions. Mine was an utter failure. I predicted that the Bengals would beat the Ravens, and they did not at all. Didn't even come close. Played their worst game of the season against probably Baltimore's best game of the season.
And Derek Carr finished as a top 10 fantasy quarterback.
That was your bold prediction. He actually finished 7th.
I called that, and I'm even amazed by that.
Yeah, it was a good game. For a while, he was number 1, and a couple of late quarterbacks stepped up and took over. But yeah, he finished top 7, so very good. So we are, now 1-2 for our bold predictions. This week, what do you got, Jeff?
I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns after a bye. They come back and try to make a name for themselves by throwing the ball and light it up in Jacksonville.
Well, hopefully, if we should have to step in and play this lineup, at least 303 of those touchdowns will go to Kenny Golladay or TJ Hawkinson. But that's a good prediction. My bold prediction is going to be, because of our terrible catastrophic loss of Dak Prescott with his compound fracture and dislocation of his right ankle, Andy Dalton is stepping in as the quarterback of Dallas. There's a lot of really good receiving options there. Dallas's defense is garbage, but their offense is really strong. So I am predicting Andy Dalton at Arizona being a top 15 quarterback. And I think it's possible.
It's not. I mean, it could be a shootout. Andy Dalton does know how to throw the ball down the field.
He's got a lot of experience. He's been a starting quarterback for a decade. I think he's got potential. As long as he has learned enough of that offense, I think they're going to be great. And I think he's going to step in, and they won't miss Dak too terribly much this week, I hope. So those are our bold predictions for week 6. You got anything else?
No, I feel very confident in Stafford throwing 4 touchdowns this week.
And I feel very confident in Dalton, so hopefully that works out for us. So, okay, guys, that'll do it for your wrap-up. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you on the next video.